money. Cabot and GDS need CDL drivers, and they're willing to compensate you quite nicely. So, what are you waiting for? Take a look at GDS, a division of Cabot, for long-term steady work. Get the facts. Their website is gassearchdrilling.com.
From the Car Art Studio, WTRW, Carbondale, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, important ideas, entertaining talk, 94.3 FM, The Talker.
This is a Fox News alerts. The Senate's ready to start a hearing a lot of Americans will be watching. I'm Dave Anthony.
I believe the women.
That's Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. CNN Brett Kavanaugh cannot change her mind today. The Supreme Court nominee's first accuser will go first at this morning's hearing.
Christine Blasey Ford will tell senators she doesn't have all the answers and can't remember as much as she'd like, but there are details seared into her memory. Prepared remarks released by the Judiciary Committee, Ford describes a sexual assault by Brett Kavanaugh when both were in high school. She says she thought she would be raped and even accidentally killed.
Fox's Jared Halpern. Two men have come forward to the committee, each claiming to be the one who assaulted Ford, not Kavanaugh, who will get his chance to talk and be questioned after Ford. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
State Judge Kavanaugh is expected to tell lawmakers he's innocent of Christine Blasey Ford's charge, that he's never sexually assaulted anyone. In prepared testimony, he wrote, "I am not questioning that Dr. Ford may have been sexually assaulted by some person in some place at some time, but I have never done that to her or anyone." He also wrote that he will not be intimidated into withdrawing from the confirmation process, and that there has been a frenzy to come up with something, no matter how far-fetched or hideous, that will block a vote on the nomination. Dave.
Rachel, the fourth accuser, came forward anonymously in a letter to a senator. The third accuser, Julie Switnick, told Showtime's The Circus.
All of these things should be investigated because from what I experienced firsthand, I don't think he belongs on the Supreme Court.
Now, Swetnick alleges she was raped at parties she attended more than 30 years ago, and Kavanaugh was present. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham says,
I don't buy this. I don't believe any reasonable person would go to a party where people are being drugged and raped and not tell anybody about it, but keep going for 10 times over a 2-year period.
This is Fox News, fair and balanced.
Renowned medical correspondent and endurance race champion Bob Arnott, MD.
People ask me, how do you keep competing at the age of 70? Healthy living is important, but so is pain relief. If you have pain, you can't train. So I'm thrilled I discovered Salon Pass Lidocaine Plus. This unique topical pain reliever contains 2 safe and effective anesthetics. Nothing has worked better for me.
Salon Pass Lidocaine Plus, cream or roll.
When working in a growing business, you wear many hats. The new business hat, the buying toner for the copy machine hat, the sifting through tons of resumes hat. You can throw away that last hat thanks to Indeed.com. When posting your job, Indeed lets you add screener questions that give you a list that consumes room to your short list of qualified candidates. So go ahead, dust off that extra long lunch hat. Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/work. Stop everything you're doing right now and ask yourself, are you currently receiving steady paychecks? What about when you're retired? Will you receive a monthly check to cover your expenses and also have some fun? Chris Scalise at Fortune Financial Group calls this mailbox money. It's the monthly check you'll receive throughout retirement. They want to help remove stress from your retirement. They don't want you to worry about if the money will show up and how much money you'll receive. The only thing they want you to think about is how to spend it when it arrives. Find out how to get enough money in your mailbox every month when you're retired. Call Fortune Financial Group at 570-489-4142 for a complimentary retirement analysis with strategies that can help your nest egg provide you monthly income you'll need in retirement. Call right now, 570-489-4142 and schedule a visit. Your retirement. Fortune Financial Group. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management LLC. AE Wealth Management and Fortune Financial Group are not affiliated companies.
99! Are we out of our minds? We must be at Texas City Hyundai. New Elantra, 99. New Tucson, 139 a month. America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000-mile limited driver trade-in Hyundai insurance. All new Hyundais start $99 a month. 99. Are we out of our minds? We're doing it only at Texas City Hyundai. 191A, just past the Dumont Mall on the left. For details, visit DixonCityHyundai.com or call 1-800-HYUNDAI.
Hey,
just want to give you a reminder that we start frying up our delicious wings on Sundays for football.
So, Ed, are you a huge football fan?
Well, I am huge.
Yeah, you are.
And I love the game, so that would be a yes.
So you told me earlier the game has changed. How so?
They whippified the game. Just look how they changed some of the penalties.
Like what?
Encroachment. There's the line of scrimmage, and if you go over before the ball is snapped, it's simple. You're offside. What about clipping?
Well, that's when you block the guy in the back and you clip the heck out of him.
Now it's something like illegal contact at a lower waist region. No, it's not. I know, but it's close. How about an illegal chuck on the field?
What's that?
Apparently, you're only allowed so many players named Charles on the field at once.
Now you're talking nonsense.
What about nicknames? There were no Juju's. It was Bronco. It was Jaws or Old Cleaver Lips. There was no Cleaver Lips. I know, but it just matched if there was.
Oh, please end this, Ed, please.
All right. Best wings in the history of chickens are at AJ's Bar and Grill, Dundas Street, Carmen. He meets Tuesdays, Thursdays, and now Sundays. So hike on down and don't pass up on this legal procedure because you will be running back for more.
Yeah, I saw what you did there.
This is Mike Jones from Northeast Firearms. If you're looking for a gun for self-protection or for hunting or for just target shooting, we have what you're looking for. You can't get it. We also buy guns. Bring in your old firearms, whether it's a single piece or a whole collection. Ammo is in short supply. But at Northeast Firearms, we have ammo coming in daily. If you can hear my voice, this is the place to get your guns and ammo. Northeast Firearms on 915 Main Street, Owensdale, Pennsylvania. That's Northeast Firearms.
From the Fox News radio studios in New York City, fresh off the set of Fox and Friends, it's America's receptive voice, Brian Kilby.
Hi everyone, it's a big hour coming your way. We'll just have to mute the television. Let me bring you highlights as it unfolds. It's finally underway. The chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee is speaking, opening up the ceremonies and the proceedings so we could hear from the first accuser of Brett Kavanaugh. And that has everything to do with whether Brett Kavanaugh gets to sit on the hot seat. You know, he's watching from somewhere because he's coming up later. All these proceedings will last about 8 hours, maybe longer. They both have opening remarks written. We saw some excerpts from them. This is, you think you remember Anita Hill, you think you remember Judge Thomas, now Supreme Court Justice Thomas, forget it. This is going to be bigger. We'll bring you the highlights as it unfolds and recap it or provide analysis with none other than Andy McCarthy. So let's get to the big three.
Now, with the biggest things you need to know, to the power of three, it's Brian's Big Three. Number 3.
Are you planning to fire Ron Rosenstein?
I'm talking to him. We've had a good talk. He said he never said it. And he's a member of the Trump administration in that sense. It's the Justice Department. I would certainly prefer not doing that.
By the way, he's also a member of the I Hate Andy McCabe Club, who is the former deputy director. They both think Andy McCabe's a big liar, and that might have bonded the president. I say Rosenstein goes to the White House later this afternoon, or tonight, after the hearings are over, and is fine, at least through the midterms.
Number 2.
I think that would be a matter for state authorities in the state of Maryland, and we may lead out a criminal complaint. But let's be clear, even if we were to do that, that would not have any impact on the judicial nominee process.
Michael Avenatti with the accuser of Brett Kavanaugh. No, Brett Kavanaugh didn't do anything to Michael Avenatti's client. It's what she witnessed Brett Kavanaugh do at 10 separate parties, supposedly, even though she was in college and he was in high school.
Number 1.
Think about if you're Brett Kavanaugh today. Like, you could either, by tomorrow morning, be on the court, or you could be a punchline and an asterisk, a guy who was a bright, rising star, a conservative judge who went down under accusations of being a predator.
He's not going to be on the court in one day, but I get what he's saying. Jim Vandehei saying it's a showdown. Kavanaugh and Ford, they both can be believable, but somebody's telling the truth. 36 years later, Brett Kavanaugh says, I never met her. I don't remember meeting her. Don't know what party she's talking about because she doesn't remember. But we're about to find out. She looks kind of scared. If I'm going to paint this picture right now, the chairman is still speaking. The ranking member will speak after that, and then we're going to get underway. And we do expect to hear from I think this is a brilliant move, and it's really hard for Democrats to effectively minimize it. And that is, you're going to be hearing from a prosecutor from Arizona that asks the bulk of the Republican questions. Her name is Rachel Mitchell from Arizona, and she's got a great reputation. investigation. A lot of people that know her said it's really hard to say this is wrong. Now, the other problem is we have from this, at the end of this day, there are going to be questions about the second accuser featured in the New Yorker magazine, the third accuser that was caught up on Showtime. We're also going to hear about a letter, anonymous letter perhaps, that Corey Gardner got saying that Brett Kavanaugh drank too much and did this such and such in 1998. So, and the father's quoted, but we don't know who the one. It said he was on the Ken Starr investigation. So, not that he was married. So, what about the second accuser? Is she going to step forward? Her name is Deborah Ramirez. Remember, really drunk, blacked out a lot, had to take weeks to remember if it was Brett Kavanaugh. Democrats were combing the Yale campus, and they found Deborah Ramirez. Here's her attorney, cut 37.
We can't even talk to the Senate Judiciary Committee, so no, she's now refused to sit down with them. We try to get them on the phone, and they don't schedule phone calls with us. We had a phone call scheduled. The majority party didn't show for the phone call, so no, she's certainly not refused to do that.
So he went on, cut 38.
But the thing that's important is that this is something that actually needs to be investigated by the FBI, not the Senate Judiciary Committee. They are not qualified to do this investigation, and no disrespect to Rachel Mitchell and the work that she's going to do today, but this is something that goes in the bailiwick of the FBI. They're the only folks that can really do an investigation and investigate and corroborate where this is real.
And the person that, the problem that she has is that Brett Kavanaugh was at a party on our floor, freshman year of college, and exposed himself to her. She wasn't sure it was Brett Kavanaugh, but then she thought about it, she goes, it was Brett Kavanaugh. Mark Judd has been raked through the coals. He's a friend of Brett Kavanaugh, has no interest in going public. Some are saying that he should be subpoenaed, including Susan Collins. Julie Swetnick is making these outrageous allegations. I'm not saying they're not true, but they seem absolutely outrageous. Swetnick would have been a student at the University of Maryland. She had dropped out, not getting a degree. Graduated a couple of years out of high school. So I believe Kavanaugh graduated in 82. She graduated in 80. So they're at a party together, and she claimed Kavanaugh was present when she became a victim of one of those alleged assaults. Swetnick's accusation followed claims of sexual misconduct during high school that we're hearing about today. Quote, on numerous occasions, she witnessed Kavanaugh engaged in aggressive behavior with girls and not taking no for an answer. This conduct included fondling, grabbing girls without their consent. She also witnessed Mark Judge and Brett Kavanaugh and others to cause girls to become inebriated and disoriented so they could be gang raped. Really? So do you belong in the Supreme Court? I'm not sure about some of your decisions and maybe what happens to Roe v. Wade too. You're a serial rapist who gets drunk and assaults women multiple times, multiple years. The Brett Kavanaugh's response, this is getting like the Twilight Zone, and evidently he was volcanic yesterday in defending himself. Well, Julie Swetnick spoke yesterday to the circus. John Heilman, the circus is on Showtime, cut 2.
Brett Kavanaugh is going for a seat where he's going to have that seat on the Supreme Court for the rest of his life. And if he's going to have that seat legitimately, all of these things should be investigated, because from what I experienced firsthand, I don't think he belongs on the Supreme Court. And I just want the facts to come out, and I want it to be just, and I want the American people to have those facts and judge for themselves.
Of the things that are in your sworn statement, are there particular things you regard as disqualifying for a Supreme Court nominee?
I think all of the above. I mean, that's not the type of behavior that anybody at any age should do. I don't think women should be treated that way, and I don't think that any human being should treat people that way.
Okay, there you go. I'm not sure that Julie Swetnick, we haven't heard the last of her, so we'll see. But right now, Chuck Gress, the moderator, has written the remarks. He's bringing us through the whole process. We brought us here today. 31 hours of testimony, individual meetings in one matter of weeks. Right after Labor Day, they get to work. They're all done. They're wrapped up, set to vote last week, and then out comes this allegation. And now they quickly try to address it, bring it forward. She says, no, I'm not coming next week. Then they said, you got to come Monday. And they said, no, I'm not coming Monday. I'm coming Wednesday. She goes, you got to come Wednesday. She goes, no, I'm coming Thursday. And one of my demands is I want to speak second after Brett Kavanaugh. They said, no, you're not going to do that. We'll give you till Thursday. So they come to Thursday. In the meantime, 2 or 3 other people have come forward. And to Brett Kavanaugh's credit, he hopped on in person and in phone calls with the Democrats and Republicans. The Democrats didn't get on a lot of phone calls yesterday that went on and just didn't say anything and just listened to Brett Kavanaugh explain himself. Keep in mind, too, when you heard about Swetnick, and she's not here right now, Swetnick has a ex, and he has filed a restraining order, reportedly according to Politico, to keep her away from him, because when he broke up, she went a little crazy. He also said, I don't believe the story. He says, I have a lot of facts, evidence. That's what she's saying. It's not, what she's saying is not true. I'd rather speak to my attorney before talking to you. I'm disgusted by it, and then meanwhile, Avenatti came back and says, I'm disgusted by the fact that the press is attacking the sexual assault victim. No, the press did what they're supposed to do. They ask people that know her what she's like. They're allowed. And because you claim sexual assault intends to do the Cross case and many others, it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be treated with respect, and people should be allowed to come forward. If they're intimidated, that's a problem. So Grassley's wrapping up his comments. She looks very nervous at this hour, I would have to say. Of course, he has never been doing things like this front and center before. And Dr. Ford, you'll hear her remarks shortly. We'll bring back some of Senator Grassley's remarks. Listen to the Brian Kilmeade Show. You can always get us on our podcast, BrianKilmeadeShow.com. First hour is free. When we come back,
MikeOnline.com. So you want to, if you're by a computer and you want to go to your desktop, MikeOnline.com, click the Watch Mike on TV button, and you'll be able to see Dr. Christine Blasey Ford and Judge Kavanaugh's testimony in just a moment. To our stations that want to take their normally scheduled break with tone, we will do that now. If you want to stay with us, we will continue wall-to-wall coverage of this extraordinary day in America's history right now.
Mike Gallagher.
Car payments, credit cards, medical bills, school loans. Sometimes debt can feel like it's taking over your life, but what if you could consolidate your debt while saving time and money? Hi, I'm Bonnie Lewis, Assistant Vice President for Wayne Bank, and we want to help you take control of your debt once and for all. Wayne Bank offers home equity loans with no fees that can be used for debt consolidation. You'll have one simple monthly payment so you can take control of your debt and simplify your life. Using your home's equity can be a smart move, and the possibilities are endless. So what are you waiting for? Visit WayneBank.com or stop by your local community office to apply and get started. Loans are subject to Wayne Bank's credit policy. Certain restrictions apply. Borrower will reimburse lender for waived fees and charges if loan is paid off within 36 months of origination. Ask for details. NMLS number 586777. Wayne Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Has the expertise and products to help you see your project through to completion.
Hey, Wayne, Mike, this is you. You're listening to this wonderful radio station, and let me tell you everything that you need to know every single day here on 104. the news, you must have the analysis. You need great interviews with today's top newsmakers, and we'll toss in a great, healthy dose of good humor and compelling conversation to get you going. Let's start the day together with the Hugh Ewing Show.
About the fact that an expert...
Mike Gallagher.
Continuing our coverage of this testimony with Dr. Christine Judge Kavanaugh, back to Chuck Grassley, the Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman, here on the Mike Gallagher Show.
An asshole. A sexual assault. Very serious allegations. This is an incredibly complex and sensitive subject to discuss. And it's not an easy one to discuss. That is why the senators on this side of the dais believe an expert who has deep experience and training in interviewing victims of sexual assault and investigating sexual assault allegations should be asking questions. This will be a stark contrast to the grandstanding and chaos that we saw from the other side during the previous 4 days in this hearing process. I can think of no one better equipped to question the witnesses than Rachel Mitchell. Ms. Mitchell is a career prosecutor, civil servant,